Shabbat Shalom. When I was in New York with my family last month, I had one of those peak experiences in which the beauty of living really takes hold of you. We were walking in light rain, and I was with my wife and my two kids, and we were in Central Park. We went into a visitor center for a few minutes to dry off, and as we walked out, we came across a man who was playing the piano under the awning of the building. He was playing Debussy's famous piece, Claude de Lune. There were just a handful of other people sitting around and standing around watching. The piano was an upright yellow one that is always there. It's there for the public to play, and it sounded clunky, but what he played was so beautiful. He was clearly an accomplished pianist, but more than that, this man was inspired. The piano was set up looking over this beautiful view of the mist descending on the trees and the grass of Central Park. Hearing this man play this beautiful piece of music, standing next to my family, I was reminded of how lucky I am simply to be alive. When he finished the piece, someone complimented him on how well he played. The pianist gestured out to the view, and he seemed to be suggesting that the stunning afternoon was what deserved all the credit for the beautiful music. As I've gotten to know many of you over the past 4 years, you've told me about similar peak moments. This being Northern California, many of us have had those moments in redwood forests. You've told me about times in Alaska, in Antarctica, on safari, with loved ones at the end of their lives and looking into your children's eyes. These peak times of awe or radical amazement are important for us. For many of us, they awaken us to the deep significance of our existence. These are moments we return to. Sometimes they even set new directions for our lives. Some of us describe these moments as moments in time. Some of us describe them as encounters with the mystery at the heart of existence, a mystery that hints at the inexplicable facts that we exist and our existence has meaning. Now, I in no way want to downplay the importance of these moments or encounters, but I wonder how extraordinary they really have to be. Is it possible that we don't need these peak moments of life to appreciate the mystery at the heart of living? Is it possible that any moment can be extraordinary? That in any moment, the wonder of the universe can take hold of us? Now, we sitting here tonight are a little biased because we happen to be in this beautiful sanctuary. But what about this very moment right now? If you like it, you can try to take it all in. If you feel so moved, try closing your eyes or softening your gaze. Consider how incredible it is that we are able to exist in this solar system, on this planet spinning in the expanse of the universe, protected by just 60 or so miles of thin atmosphere. How extraordinary is it that we have come into being thanks to millions of miracles of evolutionary chance, thanks to all of our 16 great-grandparents and generations closer, including our parents, all to bring us right here to this moment, in this beautiful room, surrounded by each other, with an ability to sing together, to be together, to simply breathe in and out. I find this to be incredible in the true sense of the word. By this, I mean that it's hard to believe how strange it is that we exist and how fortunate it is that we exist. I still have you as a captive audience for just a few more minutes. What I most want to say to you is that there is an undeniable mystery in the fact that we exist, and this hard-to-understand reality of our lives is, in fact, an enormous gift. Our Jewish tradition bubbles up with an appreciation for the mysterious fact of our existence. We read about it or say it out loud every night in the evening prayers when we offer gratitude for the transition from day to night. We encounter it in Jewish philosophy, in our rituals, in our practice of waking up every morning and offering thanks to existence for returning our souls, even when we are still bleary-eyed and barely out of bed. I know that some of us sometimes bristle at the way our tradition phrases this gratitude. It tends to come in masculine language and sometimes uses the metaphor of God as master or God as king. This takes place in this week's Torah portion. At one point, the prophet Balaam declares that God is with the people Israel and that the shofar blast of a king is in our midst. That sounds a lot like the type of language we encounter on the Chagim, on the high holidays. God is a king, and we should worship this Melech, this Avinu Malkeinu. But drawing from wordplay elsewhere in the Tanakh, the medieval commentator Rashi offers a thought-provoking alternative. He says that Balaam's description of God in Israel's midst is Lashon Chiba Ve'rayut, the language of love and friendship. When God is described as a king in Judaism, this is not a normal human king that would have us as subjects. Instead, as the Hadar Institute's Rabbi Eli Confer teaches, this is a kind and loving king. This is a king who has blessed us by giving us our lives. While the suffering and difficulty of our personal and communal lives is undeniable, I think it's also undeniable that we are lucky to be alive. People and circumstances can end our lives, but no one, and I mean no one, can take from us the mysterious gift of having lived. Our lives are gifts. Things really don't have to be the way they are right now in this moment. Billions of years ago, a comet could have taken out Earth, or there could have been a bacteria or a nuclear war or any number of less dramatic occurrences that would have led to us not existing. But it did end up this way. There are certainly problems with how things have ended up, but we are also incredibly lucky to have received the blessing of life. This, it seems, is why we say Kaddish immediately after we bury our loved ones. Even in the face of tragedy, we pronounce God's sanctity and thank God for the miracle of our loved ones' existence. Whether we're listening to Debussy or at the Grand Canyon or simply right here, right now, in this very moment, the strange fact of our existence is a gift. May we all continue to appreciate the mysterious fact of our lives. Shabbat Shalom.